Okay, this video shows how to make use of the instructor only section within Blackboard if you are an instructor that has multiple adjuncts and maybe you want to give your adjuncts a repository of documents that they can pick and choose from, but that aren't necessarily immediately available to the student. This video will show you how to build that. So I'm going to come down here to just a test course that I built. And essentially what you're seeing right now is a blank shell. This is how kind of a default Blackboard shell will look when there's a new course created. So you've got your typical announcements, instructor, course information, course documents, assignments, all that good stuff. Now remember, I'm in edit mode on, right? So this is the view I see. If I flip it to edit mode off, I see what the student sees. Okay, so we're back in edit mode on. And you see that I have something that says instructor only. So what I'm going to suggest is you can house all of those extra documents that you want your adjuncts to pick and choose from in the instructor only tab. So you can build content however you like in that section. You can build it as an item, you can build it as a file. Let's say you want it to be one big folder, so you could name it all course documents, right? Submit. And then what you do is just anything you want your instructors to have access to. If you want them to have access to chapter 1 extra readings, maybe that you didn't already build into the Blackboard course, you can browse your computer, you can add that. Submit. Okay, so right, they've got all this stuff. So again, the nice thing about putting it in instructor only is that your instructors have all the course documents, they can see everything, it's all here for them. However, students, if I'm in edit mode, cannot. Right? So students cannot necessarily see the instructor only, they can't get in there. They don't have access to instructor only. So that's one way you can do it, and it's the way I'm going to recommend. The only issue with instructor only is that, let's say your adjunct goes in and says, ooh, yeah, I do want to assign these chapter 1 extra readings. Remember, students can't see an instructor only tab. So what your adjunct will have to do is pick the file that they want students to be able to see, hit this little gray arrow, come down here and say, I want to make a copy of this so my students can see it. It's going to be in this course, and I'm going to browse what part of the course I want them to see it. So I'm going to put it in course documents for my students, and then I'm going to submit it. Okay, so then what happens is not only does that document live in the instructor only section, it's also now going to live in the course documents section, which means my students will also be able to see it. Okay, so I'm going to say you can give this video to your adjuncts so that they know to go to the little gray arrow when they're in edit mode and copy things from the instructor only section to other parts of the courses. If you feel that that's just too much for your adjuncts, that they're not going to be able to do that, then my other recommendation is to somewhere in the Blackboard course, perhaps under course information, you can just build a content folder that says all course documents. And store everything in here. But remember, if it's in course information, students will be able to see it as well. Okay. Now, when you go to make a course copy, the beauty is no matter where you put it, if you put it in instructor only or if you put it in course information, when you select all content areas in order to copy over, anything in instructor only would come over and anything in course information would come over as well. Okay, so I hope this helps.